It's almost quite spooky in the darkness there. You see the visor of the cockpit. It suddenly just appears out of the darkness, shining away. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to another episode of Tower Simulator 3. As you all know, Toronto came out to the game recently and it's one of the most anticipated airports in the game. It's a big old place, it's heavy on frame rate and it's heavy on aircraft. So I'm going to be going back there tonight. We're heading to CYYZ, or Z as you should say, and we're going to be using... I'm going to change where I'm taking stuff here. I'm going to go for 2-4 right for departures, although... Is it as long as 3-3 right? We'll find out. We'll have 2-4 left for arrivals, and we'll have 2-3 for cargo arrivals on that side. So we'll get rid of the cargo off there, and we'll try and get as much in as we can on 2-4 left. We're going to go for the night radar style. People keep asking me about these radar styles. I've not done anything different. I've just installed the airport and the Energist Design airplane set and database, and they come up, basically. That's just what it is. I'm going to go back to the default ones, though, because I prefer those. I'm going to move the time to 7 p.m. just so we get a little bit of a sunset here, because I tested at 8 p.m. previously and it's a little bit too dark. And yeah, we're just going to go for the Energist Design airplane set and database and go for the default radar style and crack on, shall we? Let's have some fun. Just quickly before we get started, let me be that guy and point out that still over 75% of you wonderful viewers are not subscribed to my channel. A YouTube subscription is free, it's a simple click of a button and it helps me out in terms of growing the channel even further, so please consider becoming a subscriber of Chaz Draycott Media today and I would appreciate it immensely. Into the deep end we go then here at Toronto. Low frame rates are going to be the order of the day while everything loads in, so just give it a bit of time. We're going to go back for the default radar style, which I've just gotten used to on the game at the end of the day. I enjoy it. I think it looks alright. And I'm going to stick with it for now so it's a little bit more relatable. I know that the frame rate is low because I've got a moving desktop background just over to my right hand side and the frame rate of that is even having a tough time as well, which is interesting to see. We've got dual arrivals. No, never mind, we've got FedEx 248 Heavy on its way in. Is that... Didn't we have 246 Heavy in the previous episode at Toronto? Is that what that is? Is it the return of that aircraft? Let's whack the airport lights on, shall we? Have a look outside. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so let's have a look at some cameras. We've got F8 down here. We don't want it down here, actually. We want it over here this time round. God, the frame rate is really bad. They're going to be taking off on this side. So let's try there, shall we? Let's try F8 there. F9 is on top of this building. Oh, we've got an Air Canada 777-300 ready to go. And then F10 is over here. We've got also XXC. Is that Canada Cargo? It is Air Canada Cargo. Boeing 767 Cargo. I saw Delta. It's Delta over here, Delta 73. We've got all sorts knocking about, haven't we?
Toronto ground.
All sorts of things. Condor A330-900. We've got a British Airways, is that a 78? No, it's a 777. We've got a Saudi Arabian 787. That's quite interesting to see. Load of Air Canada and Rouge stuff, another Air Canada 777 there. Oh, that's quite cool. The all black livery on the A320, that's a nice little spot. Bunch of A320s, A220s and A321s down here. 78 next to the 777 that we've already mentioned. You can see the tower off in the distance there, that's cool, isn't it?
826 with information alpha.
Oh.
Ready to start.
Just as soon as I started this, my moustache just started itching like crazy. It's dead irritating. It's curved up into my nose today. Sorry.
Toronto Tower.
What?
Air Canada 10902 on final 24 left.
Okay. Air Canada 10902, runway 24 left, cleared to land. Air Canada 896 Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. Airspring 826, pushback approved, facing south. It's SWG. Oh, it's Sunwing. Interesting.
Air Canada 10902.
Pushback.
Just bear with me one sec.
Negative. I don't need pushback. Truck. Just approve. Airsprint 826.
Don't be a pain.
Toronto Tower.
Airsprint 826 approved. Expect runway 24 right. Who's coming in? FedEx 248 Heavy, runway 23. FedEx 248 Heavy, runway 23, clear to land. So it's 23 all the way over there. Because I was going to say that is 24 right. Yeah, I know. I know, darling. I know. What's XXC? Air Canada. Oh. Air Canada 7252 Heavy, pushback approved facing north. Interesting that even the cargo division is just Air Canada. No fancy name for it or anything like that. Chaz 8359er, pushback approved facing south. We've got the 777 over there, getting ready to go in just a sec. Fantastic thing.
Toronto ground, Air Sprint 826 ready to taxi.
Sunwing 2418, pushback approved facing north. Good.
Pushback approved facing north.
Thank you.
Sunwing 2418.
Okay, Porter Air 309er, pushback approved facing south. There's the sound of engines starting up all around me. It's really cool. Really, really cool.
Toronto ground, Air Canada.
Yeah, that little bear with me a minute ago was to pause my desktop just to see if it made any sort of difference to the frame rate, and I don't think it has. It stopped a little bit of the stuttering though, which is weird to see. So, not quite sure what the case is there. But maybe it's a little bit more intensive than I thought, as it's over 3 monitors. That'd be a big shame, because it's a very pretty desktop. God, are you loud enough? We need to figure out some taxiways. We need to figure out where these guys are going to be getting on to this. Charlie 5, Charlie 7.
Requesting push and start.
Okay. Air Canada 896 Heavy, runway 24 right at Charlie 7 via Alpha. Thank you.
Runway 24 right.
Air Canada 1041, pushback approved, facing south.
896 Heavy.
Air Sprint 826, runway 24 right at Charlie 5 via Echo, Charlie. There you go, you don't have to cross the runway then. Air Canada 7252 Heavy, runway 24 right at Charlie 7 via Echo, Charlie. Chaz 8359er, runway 24 right at Delta 5 via 1. Cool.
Runway 24 right.
That's good.
Charlie 5,
Porter Air 309er, runway 24 right at Charlie 7 via Alpha, Charlie. God, it's difficult to piece it together because of these corners. Sunwing 2418, runway 24 right at Charlie 5 via Echo, Charlie. Is everyone going to behave themselves then? Everyone is given taxi clearance and all sorted. Chaz is moving. There's our Air Canada 767 going. Sunwing is going to start moving as well. Cool. I'm scared that this is suddenly going to just become really mental busy. FedEx is on its way in. I didn't set an F11 camera up, so what I'm going to do is, just for this, move over here. Yeah, look at this. As soon as I move, it's the sheer number of objects. Well, that's not that bad, actually. Here's FedEx. Yeah, it's just... I mean, there's so many buildings and stuff around, look. There's just so many sheer objects in general around this airport is what makes it huge. This is the MD-11 freighter. It's almost quite spooky in the darkness there. You see the visor of the cockpit. It suddenly just appears out of the darkness, shining away. Big FedEx tail lit up. And down they go. Spoilers come up. And frame rate goes out the window. Right then. Air Canada 1041, runway 24 right at Charlie 5 via Alpha, Charlie. Right then, so what do we do about people coming in?
Charlie 5 via Alpha. Charlie.
Air Canada 1092 is going to go all the way down there. They're going to go in by... We'll get them on Charlie and then Bravo, shall we? Air Canada 1092, taxi to ramp via Delta. Air Canada 1092, taxi to ramp via Charlie, Bravo. Air Canada 1092, cross runway 24 right. That's going to be the sticking
Taxi
point.
to ramp.
Oh,
Via
FedEx can
Delta.
just go over there.
Air Canada
FedEx 248 heavy,
1092.
taxi to ramp via Juliet. That's nice, isn't it? Nice and simple.
Taxi to
Okay,
ramp via
so
Charlie.
we've got 896
Bravo.
heavy
Air Canada
making its way down there.
1092.
These lot are having a bit of a
Cross
race on
runway
the
24
taxiway.
Right. Air Canada 1092.
A little bit messy over
Taxi to
there.
ramp via Juliet.
Air
FedEx
Canada
248
793, pushback approved facing south.
Pushback approved facing south. Air
You're all
Canada
behaving yourselves,
793.
aren't you?
Toronto Tower. Air Canada 990 and final 24 left.
Yeah, we need to check for more arrivals, actually, because, yeah. Air Canada 990, runway 24 left, cleared to land. Air Canada 896 heavy, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 24
Here they are.
left. Clear to land. Air Canada 990.
896 heavy, about to
Runway
line
24
up and
right,
crack on.
Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Air Canada 896 heavy.
I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit and have it set there.
Toronto ground. Air Canada 793.
896 heavy, which is the 777-300. First departure of the episode, a big heavy. We had a heavy as the first aircraft that called up in the previous episode that we did at Toronto, but it wasn't for a while that they took off. Air Sprint 826 is the next one to line up. Air Sprint 826 runway 24 right, line up and wait.
Runway 24 right. Line up and wait. Air Sprint 826.
There it goes. Bye-bye. Now, what about 1092 that's coming in? Where are they going to be?
Toronto ground. Air Canada 793
Okay.
ready for taxi.
Air Canada 793, runway 24 right at Charlie 5 via Alpha Charlie. Air Canada 1095, pushback approved facing south. Air Sprint, no. Let's not get Air Sprint out of here just yet,
Runway
shall we?
24 right at Charlie 5 via Alpha.
Behave ourselves.
Charlie. Air Canada 793.
Okay, 1092
Facing south. Air Canada
is going to go into there, so that's fine. Sunwing is just getting to this part. They're going to be going behind runway 33 right. And then all the way over here, God, the frame rate. I will mention the frame rate a lot because it is pretty horrific. Air Sprint 826, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Porter Air 309, runway 24 right, line up and wait. Let's get them over there.
Runway 24 right. Clear for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000.
I was going to say, what's that making that noise? But it's Jazz, isn't it, in their Dash 8? They're going to go right now down there onto Delta 5.
Porter Air 309er.
Hopefully there's nobody coming down Charlie to cross over them. No.
Toronto ground. Endeavour 515
These are ready.
with information Alpha.
Nearly,
Requesting
anyway.
push and start.
Endeavour over there is an American
Toronto
Airlines
Tower, Chaz
regional, is it
899,
not?
5 on 5,
Delta
24 left.
regional. Endeavour. Okay. Let's make sure we've got all our arrivals in check. We've got one on the way in. Porter Air 309er, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Air Canada 7252 heavy, runway 24 right, line up and wait. Endeavour 5154, pushback approved, facing south. Nice and straightforward.
Runway
Get
24
Endeavour
right.
out from over
Clear
there.
for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude
Sunwing is
1000,
joining the back of the
contact
queue over
departure.
there.
Porter Air 309er.
We've got our Air Canada heavy about to line up.
and wait. Air Canada 7252 heavy.
It's very, very full on. Oh, they're lining up and waiting, so let's tell these to go.
Toronto ground.
Jazz
Air Canada
8359er,
1095
runway
ready to taxi.
24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Bit close after Porter Air's gone.
Runway
Oh,
24 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff.
I guess
On
everybody
reaching altitude
shut up and
1000,
wait for the Dash
contact
8.
Departure. Jazz 8359er.
That's funny, wasn't it? There is Jazz. Dash 8 is a cool wagon, isn't it? It is just a shame about the frame rate here. That really is the defining factor, unfortunately. I've got the FSR mode turned off. I've got the anti-aliasing on temporal anti-aliasing, and it's just not working out, is it? Air Canada 1095, runway 24 right at Charlie 5 via Alpha Charlie. Endeavour, oh no, they're not ready to go yet. Jazz 89095, runway 24 left, clear to land. We've then got a Rouge coming in behind them. We've not done any strips.
Runway 24 right at Charlie 5 via
For
Alpha
ages.
Charlie. Air
I always
Canada
forget about the strips, if I'm
1095.
honest with you.
Runway 2
FedEx is in, they're in, they're in.
Chaz 89905.
Okay, we've done a little bit of
Toronto
strip
ground.
management at least.
Endeavour 5154 ready to taxi.
There goes Jazz in the Dash 8,
Tower,
lifting off.
1505 on final 24 left.
Air Canada 990 is now going to be crossing. We'll get them to wait. Air Canada 7252 heavy, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Endeavour 5154, runway 24 right at Delta 5 via Alpha Charlie. Let's get them on at Delta 5, it's a long old runway.
24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude
They're going to get
1000,
taxiing now.
contact departure.
And then we get the
Air
big boy.
Canada 7252 heavy.
The Air Canada cargo
Runway
is on its
24
way.
right at Delta 5 via Alpha Charlie. Endeavour 5154.
Air Canada 1041, runway 24 right, line up and wait. Going to turn the size of the
Runway
tags down. There's no
24
point
right,
having the tags
line
that
up and
big.
wait. Air Canada 1041.
Same with the aircraft, really. There's no point having them huge when you've got the airport that zoomed out. What is the
Toronto
point?
ground. Speedbird 902 heavy with
Ooh,
information Alpha.
that'll be the
requesting push and
British
start.
Airways 777 that's ready to go. God, look at all that. There they go. Air Canada 9090, cross runway 24 right. Air Canada 9090, taxi to ramp via Charlie Bravo.
Cross runway
Air
24
Canada
right.
9090,
Air
cross
Canada
runway 24 right.
990.
Yeah, sorry, I should have done it in that order. Speedbird 902 heavy, pushback approved facing south. That is...
Taxi to ramp via Charlie.
Oh, they're over here.
Air Canada
There is the
990. Cross
777.
runway 24 right. Air Canada
Oh, they're on this pier.
990.
Getting
Push
confused
back
with my peers.
approved,
Can't even see
facing
them.
south.
So they're behind there.
Speedbird 902 heavy.
Saudi has got its tail light on at least. Transat there has got the
Toronto
cargo
Tower,
doors
Air
open.
Canada 144 on final 24 left.
Good for you. Jazz is just on its way in. Jazz 89905. Air Canada 1041, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Sunwing 2418, runway 24 right, line up and wait. Rouge 1505, standby.
Runway 24
We always just
right,
give them a standby. It's
cleared for
basically like
immediate
saying
takeoff.
continue approach. I
On
still
reaching
haven't messed with
altitude
the
1000,
commands
contact
to
departure.
enable that just yet.
Air Canada 1041.
There's
Runway
1041.
24 right. Line up and wait.
Heading
Sunwing
out.
2418.
Stand by.
And there is
Route
Sunwing
1505.
2418. Lining up. Is that Jazz landing? Where are they? There they are. Hello. Little tiny Embraer. Oh, I can't keep jumping over there. I could just about get away with sitting over here and having all this as a view from the F9 camera, as I call it, but anything else is just too much. Sorry. Air Canada 153, pushback approved facing south. Where are you going? You're good.
Pushback approved facing south. Air
Sunwing
Canada
2418,
153.
runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Rouge 1505, runway 24 left, clear to land. wonder if we get some arrivals in on
Runway
23.
24 right, cleared for immediate
Be a
takeoff.
bit of a
On
horrific
reaching
taxi in
altitude
then, wouldn't it?
1000. Contact departure. Sunwing 2418.
There'd be too many.
Runway 24
Speedbird
left.
92 heavy,
Clear to
runway
land.
24 right at
Route
Charlie 7 via
1505.
Alpha Charlie. There it
Runway
is.
24 right at Charlie
British
7
Airways
via
777.
Alpha, Charlie.
Air Canada 153
Speedbird
should be
902
pushing back
heavy.
any time now.
Toronto ground.
They are
Speedbird
just
902
moving.
heavy ready to taxi.
Yes. There they go. Getting a pushback.
Toronto ground, WestJet 252 with information Alpha.
Okay.
Requesting push and start.
Jazz 89 and 9 5. Taxi to ramp via Charlie. Bravo, cross runway 24 right. Get on with
Taxi
crossing.
to Ram.
Keep an eye on
Charlie.
you to make sure you
Bravo.
definitely cross.
Cross runway 24 right. Chaz 89905.
Toronto Tower, Jazz 8720 on final 24 left.
Air Canada 793, runway 24 right, line up and wait. WestJet 252, pushback approved, facing south. Air Canada 144, standby. Like I say, it's just a case of saying
Runway
standby
24
instead
right,
of
line
continue
up and wait.
approach.
Air Canada 793.
It's busy, but it's not
Pushback
crazy
approved,
busy.
facing south.
I know that it sees a
WestJet
lot of traffic
252.
this place, but it's not as
Standby.
balmy busy
Air
as I would have
Canada
expected.
144.
That's a lot better. I can understand that a bit more now. Okay. Right then. This airport, man. Such an interesting shape. There's Air Canada 990. They're on their way in to this pier here in their 737 MAX 8. Speedbird taxiing past. Jazz over there is taxiing
Toronto
in.
ground. Air Canada 153 ready to taxi.
Are you now? Where are you? Hello. Air Canada 153, runway 24 right at Charlie 5 via Alpha Charlie. You can see their route.
Runway 24 right at Charlie 5.
Air
via
Canada
Alpha.
793,
Charlie.
runway 24
Air
right,
Canada
cleared for immediate
153.
takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Air Canada 1095, runway 24 right, line up and wait. And then we'll get Endeavour to line up just after them.
Runway
then they can
24
crack
right,
on with the job
cleared
at
for
hand.
Immediate takeoff on reaching altitude
Okay.
1000, contact departure. Air Canada 793.
Runway
Yep,
24
you're
right.
good.
Line up and wait. Air Canada 1095.
Air Canada 144, runway 24 left, clear to land. Next one
Runway
in.
24 left, clear to land. Air Canada 144.
And we need to get Rouge taxiing. Endeavour 5154, runway 24 right, line up and wait. Rouge 1505, taxi to ramp via Charlie Bravo, cross runway 24 right.
Runway 24 right, line up and wait.
There we go. Air
Endeavour
Canada 793 is
5154.
going to clear them. Good
Taxi
time.
to Ram via Charlie.
Good time.
Bravo.
Is that the phrase?
Cross
I don't
runway
know.
24 right.
They're
Push
going to cover them.
1505.
No.
Toronto Tower.
Ignore that I
Air
even
Canada
started that
843 heavy on
sentence, yeah?
final 24 left.
WestJet 252, runway 24 right at Charlie 7 via Alpha Charlie. Got heavy on the way in. Air Canada 843
Runway
heavy,
24 right
which
at
is a
Charlie
Boeing
7 via Alpha.
787-9.
Charlie, WestJet 252.
Endeavour 5154, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 24 right,
Thank you.
cleared for immediate
Nice little
takeoff
crossover there.
on reaching altitude
One aircraft coming in,
1000,
one aircraft going
contact
out. Air
departure.
Canada over there
Endeavour 5154.
on its way in.
Toronto
Landing.
ground. WestJet 252 ready to taxi.
Looks like they're on fire, doesn't it, with the way that the anti-aliasing is working. WestJet, are you taxiing?
Toronto ground. Jazz 8721 with information Alpha. Requesting push and start.
Jazz 8721, pushback approved, facing north. I think this radar style is easier to understand than the one I
Pushback
used in the
approved
previous
facing
video as
north.
well. I
Jazz
think that's
8721.
what really helps. We've had a successful landing, so we can clear the next one. Jazz 8720, runway 24 left, cleared to land.
Runway 24 left.
It's
clear to
consistent, isn't it?
land.
It's a
Jazz
consistent
8720.
stream of traffic. It's not crazy. Air Canada 144, taxi to ramp via Charlie, Bravo, cross runway 24 right.
Taxi to ramp.
Are you gonna-
via Charlie, Bravo, cross the runway 24 right.
You're going to change
Air
your route
Canada
slightly? Yeah, that's
144.
better. Keep him on Bravo for a bit longer rather than getting him on Alpha, and then they go down there. Jazz up there is just pushing back. Told them to face north. They should face that way. Thank you. They got it right this time. I got that wrong in the previous episode. Air Canada 144 needs to cross the runway.
Toronto Tower, Porter Air 406 on
Oh.
final 24 left.
Yes, you absolutely are, but you're behind the heavy, so you're going to have to wait. Bear with me. Have we cleared 8720? Yes, we have. Fantastic news. Air Canada 1095, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Speedbird 902 heavy, runway 24 right, line up and wait.
Runway 24 right,
Good
cleared
news.
for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Air Canada 1095.
I quite like having a departure go
Runway
out while there's an
24 right,
arrival coming in.
line up and
It's
wait.
really cool.
Speedbird 902
Can we
heavy.
press this camera? Do we dare? Oh,
Toronto
God.
ground. Jazz 8721 ready to taxi.
There's the Speedbird 777 Not that you can see much of it lining up. Yeah, there's just so much going on. The frame rate is diabolical, I'm afraid. Not something I've had an issue with before at an airport of this size. Anyway, it doesn't seem like this is as big an airport as something like Atlanta, where you'd expect it a little bit more. Jazz 8721, runway 24 right at Delta 5 via Alpha Charlie. Where are you going?
Runway
Okay, cool.
24 right. At
WestJet,
Delta
no.
5 via
I don't need
Alpha
to tell WestJet anything.
Charlie. Jazz 8721.
Speedbird 92 heavy, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Jazz
Runway
has
24 right.
ooh,
Cleared for immediate
got a
takeoff
horrible
upon
taxi in.
reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
Yeah, we'll tell them Delta
Speedbird 902
1.
heavy.
Cool. Air Canada 153, runway 24 right, line up and wait. Air Canada 843 heavy, runway 24 left, cleared to land. Porter Air needs
Runway
to
24 right.
be pretty
Line up
wary
and
of the aircraft
Air
ahead of
Canada
them, don't they?
153.
Coming in like that.
Runway 24 left. Clear to land. Air Canada
Speedbird
843 heavy.
caning it down the runway in there, 777.
Toronto Tower.
And then we'll get them in.
At 1871, final 24 left.
Jazz 8720, taxi to ramp via Delta 1, cross runway 24 right. No, is Delta 1 even a
Taxi to
taxiway?
ramp via Delta 1.
No.
Cross runway 24 right. Jazz 8720.
Jazz 8720, taxi to ramp via Delta, cross runway 24 right.
Taxi to ramp via Delta.
Oh no, we want them on
Cross
Charlie,
runway
don't
24
we?
right. Jazz 8720.
Jazz 8720, taxi to ramp via Charlie, cross runway 24 right. Sorry.
Taxi
We've got
to
the heavy
ramp
coming
via
in now
Charlie.
as well.
Cross runway 24
Air Canada
right.
843
Jazz
heavy.
8720.
That is a 7879 making its way in. Okay.
Toronto ground.
Jazz
Air Canada
8973,
759
pushback
with
approved,
information
facing
Alpha,
north.
Requesting push and start.
Air Canada 759er, standby. Just going to wait for them to
Pushback
get in
approved,
first.
facing north. Jazz 8973.
Air Canada 153, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Air Canada 843 heavy, taxi to ramp via Charlie, Bravo, cross runway 24 right. Ooh, is that a little bit soon?
Stand by. Air Canada 759.
Let's go have a look at this thing, because I do like a
Runway
787
24
in this
right.
livery.
Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000.
Rather pretty.
Contact departure. Air Canada
Very loud.
153. Taxi to land via Charlie.
It's in the sort of silvery
Cross
blue
runway
livery
24
that
right.
they have.
Air Canada 843.
Oh, I'm worried that they're not going to stop. 153 is going to
Toronto
go
ground.
flying.
Jazz 8973 with information Alpha.
Yep.
Requesting push and start.
WestJet 252, runway 24 right, line up and wait.
Runway 24 right. Line up and
Oh,
wait.
it's fine.
WestJet 252.
They're already up. They're already up, and 843 hasn't even
Toronto
crossed the
Tower.
line onto the
Route
threshold yet, so it's
17905
alright.
on final 24 left.
Porter Air 406, runway 24 left, cleared to land. Oh, a bit close on that. That was
Runway
late
24
landing
left.
clearance,
Clear
Chaz.
to land. Porter Air 406.
Oh, is that Saudia? Saudia 62 heavy, pushback approved, facing south. Air Canada 759er, pushback approved, facing south. WestJet 252, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Jazz 8973, runway 24 right at Delta 5 via Alpha Charlie. It's easy to get used to,
Pushback
is
approved,
Toronto.
facing south.
That's the thing I like
Saudia
about it.
62 heavy.
Easy to
Pushback
get used to.
approved, facing south. Air Canada
And
759.
I think with the spacing and everything, it's
Runway
easy
24
to
right.
get the
Clear for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000.
get the arrival and
Contact
departure
departure.
balance right.
WestJet 252.
This is one of the busiest hours of
Runway
the
24
schedule,
right at
which I
Delta
can
5
believe. But
via
oh, look at that
Alpha.
shot!
Charlie. Jazz 89er
I can believe
73.
it, but it doesn't feel
Toronto
overwhelming.
ground.
You know what I
Jazz
mean?
89er 73 ready to taxi.
This is what I imagine Manchester would feel like. There's always arrivals, there's always departures, but it's
Toronto
in a
ground.
format
Saudia
that's just
62
easy
heavy
to
with
deal with,
information
where
Alpha,
it's
requesting
busy,
push
but
and
it's
start.
not too much. It's not crazy. You know what I mean? I really do hope Manchester comes to the game soon at some point. I know that somebody has developed a third-party Manchester, but when it comes to airports, I'll only ever be playing the official ones from the game or from Niedge's designs. So, yeah, I appreciate the offers from a lot of people to say play our airport, but I will not be doing so for the foreseeable, sorry. Air Transat 187, runway 24 left, clear to land. Even if it's Manchester, I will not.
Runway 24 left, clear to land. Air Transat
My beloved
187.
Manchester. Third largest airport in the UK, apparently. Third busiest. I don't know what second would be, because Heathrow's busy. It might be Gatwick. Maybe Gatwick.
1310 with information
Yes.
Alpha. Requesting push and start.
Saudi Air 62 heavy, runway 24 right at Charlie 7 via Alpha Charlie.
Runway 24
Air
right,
Canada
at Charlie
759er,
7
stand
via
by.
Alpha, Charlie. Saudi
Air
62
Canada
heavy.
1310, stand by. Jazz 8721, runway 24 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. We have cleared Transats, that's fine.
Stand by.
Giving them
Air Canada
clearance.
759er.
Nice.
Stand by.
I like this.
Air Canada 1310.
Got the Saudi
Runway 24
787
right,
making its
cleared
way
for
out.
immediate takeoff. On
For that
reaching
thing.
altitude 1000, contact
Quite a
departure.
cool addition. I didn't expect to see one of them this evening.
Toronto ground.
Not at all.
Air Canada 759er ready to taxi.
Toronto ground.
Big,
Saudi
chunky aircraft.
62 heavy ready to taxi.
You already are doing.
Toronto Tower, Rouge 166,
There's Air
final
Transat.
24 left.
Coming down on runway 24 left. We could have got Porter across the
Toronto
runway,
ground.
to be fair,
Porter
before
Air
Jazz has actually
407
cracked on.
with information Alpha, requesting push and start.
Porter Air 407, pushback approved facing south. Gonna wait for this to come in
Pushback approved facing south. Porter Air 407.
before we then get these guys to get moving. Oh, it's the special liveried A320, the all black one that's ready to get going. There's Jazz cracking on. We can get Porter Air 406 over there to cross the runway in just a sec. Let's just make sure we got this sorted before we tell Air Canada to go. I just didn't want there to be any sort of clearance issues there. Air Canada 759er, runway 24 right at Charlie 5 via Alpha Charlie.
Runway 24
Okay.
right at Charlie 5.
Let's get
via
that
Alpha, Charlie.
Q on that second
Air
runway
Canada
sorted.
759er.
Rouge 17905, runway 24 left, clear to land. Porter Air 406, taxi to ramp via Charlie, Bravo, cross runway 24 right. Air Transat 187, taxi to ramp via Charlie, Bravo, cross runway 24 right. Because if we get them on Delta, they
Runway
have to
24
cross
left,
runway
clear
33
to
right
land.
again. I don't see the
Rouge
point in doing that.
1795.
Don't see the point.
Taxi to ramp via
Okay.
Charlie. Bravo.
Air Canada
Runway
1310,
24
pushback approved
Porter
facing
Air
south.
406.
Delta 2714, pushback approved facing south. And then Rouge is coming
Taxi
in.
to ramp via Charlie, Bravo, cross runway 24
And
right.
I'd say that's a
Air
good
Transat
time to
187.
finish. I think we've
Pushback approved facing south.
overcome
Air Canada
a few bits that could have
1310.
been interesting pinch
Pushback
points
approved
there.
facing south.
But once again, this
Delta
airport has
2714.
pleasantly surprised me.
Toronto ground.
Considering
Porter
that
Air
it's, like I say,
407
one of the
ready to
biggest in
taxi.
the world, it's a lot easier to manage than I would have expected it to be. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode as well,
Toronto
everybody.
ground.
Shush,
Delta
just one thing.
2714 with
I'm trying to do an
information
outro.
Alpha.
Shut
Requesting
up.
push and start.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Really hope you've enjoyed this episode as ever. Make sure you get the wonderful airport that is Toronto. It's not easy, but at the same time, it's easier than other large airports of a similar scale. So it's definitely an enjoyable one to control when you're getting a little bit more used to the game. But as ever, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate all of you, and I'll hopefully see you in the next episode. Have a good day.